Hello future CAs, welcome back to my channel again. So in this video I am going to explain you the step-by-step exam preparation strategy which helped me clear CA foundation exams in first attempt with self-study. So you guys can also replicate this strategy and pass CA foundation with flying colors. So if you are preparing for the CA foundation exam, this video is going to be very important for you. So do watch it till the end. Request you all to keep a notebook and pen ready to note down the important points. Also, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe for more CA exam related updates, guidance and strategies. So let's get started. So step number 1 is to create a detailed study plan. So it is very important to prepare a detailed study routine and make sure you stick to it. So even if it takes 1 or 2 days to prepare a study plan, I recommend you to invest those 2 days and make a plan, because this will help you in timely completion of the syllabus and also in timely completion of the revision as well. So now let's discuss some important points to keep in mind while preparing a study plan. So first you have to decide which are your strong subjects and which are your weak subjects. So allocate more time to weak subjects, and it is better to combine 2 subjects per day. So you can combine 1 theory and 1 practical subject. Like you can combine accounting with the quantitative aptitude, or you can combine accounting with business economics, like that. Because accounting is descriptive paper and quantitative aptitude and business economics both are MCQ based papers. Like this you can combine. And then ensure in your study plan there is sufficient break, because if you continuously study for long hours, then there are chances that you might get burned out or you might get bored as well. And also analyze for how long you can study at a stretch, and based on that itself keep the study slot, whether you can study for 2 hours or whether you can study 3 or 4 hours. So if you can study for 3 to 4 hours at a stretch, keep 1 slot for 3 hours. Or if you can study only less time, like 1 or 2 hours, then keep smaller study slots. That time you can keep multiple study slots. And even during study leave and even during the exam days, it is very important to sleep at least for 6 to 7 hours. Because when you sleep well, your mind will be fresh and calm. And most of the times in exam, the questions will be like tricky. So if your mind is calm, then you will be able to attempt those tricky questions also well. And also it is important to keep separate slots to practice MCQ. So for this quantitative aptitude and economics, keep separate slot to practice MCQ. So in the BOS knowledge portal, you can find the MCQ portal. So you can log in there and you can practice different types of MCQ. So actually previously I had made a video in which I have explained the different sources from where you can practice MCQ. So I will add that video to the end screen. You can watch that and practice MCQ from all the sources given in that video. So I have also created a complete step-by-step guide for CA foundation preparation in the form of an ebook. Because I know many students struggle with how to actually plan and execute their preparation effectively. So in this ebook I have covered subject-wise strategies for all the 4 papers, past exam trends and important topics from each of the subjects, and commonly committed errors in the past exam, and MCQ solving strategies, time management techniques, ready-made study and revision planner. So basically there is a 35-day planner and a 60-day planner as well. And even mindset strategy which will help you to keep yourself positive for clearing the CA foundation exam. So if you want everything in one place, you can check out the ebook from the link given in the description and also in the pinned comments below. Now step number 2. Let's discuss the books that I referred. So basically I had referred the ICI study material itself. And I had also practiced the revision test papers, the mock test papers, model test papers and previous year papers as well. And as I mentioned earlier, it is important to practice the MCQ also from different sources. And also I had gone through the CA student journal also, because some new case studies will be given in that, especially for this business law subject. Apart from that, you can see in every edition of this student journal, that is every month a new edition comes, right? So there will be an approach on how to crack the papers. And in every month's edition, different subject, different chapters will be covered. And some important formulas will be given, important points will be given. So please go through this CA student journal also. And also one important thing is, while giving the mock test paper, giving the exam like condition itself, that is, do not refer any notebook. Sit in a separate place and try to complete the exam within 3 hours for accounting and law, and within 2 hours for this quantitative aptitude and economics. And after completing the MTP, compare your answer with the ICA answer. So the ICA will host the answer, right? So that you can compare your answer and do a detailed analysis of what you can improve more on, whether it's presentation skill, whether it's conceptual clarity, or whether you did not write the provision or section numbers correctly, or question came from any topic that you didn't study at all, or whether you didn't follow the formats correctly, whether you didn't write the formula correctly, or whether you were unable to complete the paper on time. So on, you should do detailed analysis and note down in one book. And in the next days when you will be revising, try to incorporate that and mitigate those errors. And one more important thing is, do not refer multiple textbooks for same subject, because it will create confusion. So if you are studying from ICA study material, stick to that. Or if you are studying from any other author's book, stick to that. So study from one textbook itself. Now step number 3, prepare notes. So after each exam, only 1.5 day time will be there. So how much ever we have studied in the study leave, if we don't revise it in the 1.5 day, then we won't remember it during the exam. So it is very important to prepare notes for 1.5 days during the exam. So for practical subject, write down the important formulas and important formats. And for theory part, note down the important points from different concepts. You can use acronym method. Acronym method means if there are 4 points, you will take the first letter of each point and you will create one word out of it, and you will try to remember that word. So this way you will easily remember the whole answer. And for provision based paper, note down the section numbers and the provision number. So if you want me to make a detailed video on how to prepare notes for each of the subjects, do let me know in the comments below. So you can use Saransh also. So Institute has come up with this Saransh for revision purpose, but it's always better to prepare our own notes, because it will help us well in recalling what we have studied. Next, step number 4. This is very important step. That is written practice, and most of the students ignore this step. So most of the time students just refer, like in mind itself, they work out the answer. They don't practice it in real. And most of the time they complain that the paper is lengthy. And it's true also. Sometimes paper is really lengthy. So if we have to finish writing the paper within 3 hours, it is very important to practice writing in our study holidays itself. Because sometimes students say that when they write in the exam, first 1 hour goes in catching up the speed itself. After first 1 hour, they reach their high speed, because they wouldn't have done sufficient written practice in their study leave. So 1 hour goes in just reaching the optimum speed, and then only 2 hours left and they won't be able to complete the paper within time. So it's very important to do written practice. So what I used to do is, I used to always do written practice. So this is just an example. So suppose I'm solving a 10 mark question, say, and I estimate 10 minutes it will take. So what you have to do is first go through some previous year question papers and see for how many marks the question will come, and estimate how much time you should allocate for each of the questions. And while practicing for one numerical question, you estimate that you have to give 10 minutes time. So keep a timer and try to complete that question within 10 minutes time. And after that, compare your answer with the ICA answer. And when you are checking it, if there are any major differences, that is, if there is any major errors, you can practice writing that part again. So while doing written practice, few more important points to keep in mind is, try to present the answer the same way as presented in the ICI material. So you can refer the ICI study material for practical subjects and ensure you write the notes, assumptions, follow proper formats, write the formulas. And for theory-based papers, write answers in bullet points or in paragraphs with proper headings. And for provision-based papers, ensure you code the section numbers and provisions correctly. And some tips for MCQ-based paper. So while studying itself, practice a wide variety of MCQs regularly. Train yourself to first solve the question properly and then only select the correct option instead of just guessing and quickly trying to select any one answer. Develop the habit of eliminating wrong option to arrive at the correct answer. And practice MCQ also with timer to improve speed and accuracy. So analyze your mistake after every MCQ practice session and understand the concept as to why you went wrong. So for each of the question which you went wrong, try to understand the concept of that question. And also it is better you practice in the OMR sheet itself. So try to get an OMR sheet and try to mark the answer in that itself so that you can avoid errors in the real exam. And also be aware of negative marking and practice attempting questions smartly. So as we are aware in CA Foundation exam, there is negative marking for this quantitative aptitude and business economics. So smartly answer the questions. Now step number 5 is section-wise weightages. So refer the section-wise weightages. While revising, it is better to revise first the chapters with the highest weightage and then revise the other chapter. However, do not do selective study. It is important to study all the chapters from the syllabus. Next, step number 6 is revision. So it is not sufficient if you just study the syllabus once. It is very important to revise it. So I had revised 3 times. So one study round, that is the first time study. Then one revision round in the study leave itself. Then one final revision, that is 1.5 days before exam. So it is very important to revise. So if we keep revising continuously, it will help us to easily recall in the exam hall. So that's how I cleared my CA Foundation exam on my very first attempt with self-study. So I hope my journey and strategies inspire and help you in your own CA Foundation preparation. Remember, consistency, smart planning and self-belief can truly work wonders. And yes, if you want a complete structured preparation plan, do check out my ebook. Link is in the description as well as in the pinned comments. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And also hit the notification bell so that you can never miss an update. Keep on working hard, stay focused, believe in yourself. Your success story is just around the corner. All the best with your preparation. I will see you all in the next video. Until then, keep hustling and keep dreaming big.